Hello. 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 How is everybody? It's time to draw or study. I'm just updating the, what's this called? Description. Yes, I am updating the description of the video because I forgot to do it. Although to be honest, I don't do it a whole lot. So I guess I can't fool all of you into thinking I actually do it. Right, Pancake? That's right, honey. Yeah. Oh, Pancake is here. Alright. Where'd it go? Hold on, I gotta pull up. Oh, yes! Yes, Luca is first. Well, I'm not first, but I tried. Hey, how do I share this? Pancake. Hi, Pancake. Look at you. Don't you look so cute? Yeah. Pancake. Such a goober. She is absolutely a goober. Okay. I guess I actually gotta start working. Right, Pancake? We gotta start working? Here. Bless my pencil. Bless it. Thank you. Alright, she blessed the pencil. Why are you in an existential crisis, Luca? What's going on? Don't have a crisis, Luca. It's okay. So how's everybody doing today? It's actually funny. This weekend, it was actually a decent temperature to go out. We started our garden. So now we have like little baby plants everywhere. But I'm almost certain, it's because we're going to try to grow lettuce, and I'm pretty certain that rabbits are going to eat all of our lettuce. So that's kind of not good. I'm pretty sure they will. There's always rabbits in the yard. And of course, when they know that I have nice, amazing lettuce, they're going to want it. So I just have a feeling this lettuce is not going to last. But I'm hopeful. And this is the good lettuce, the butter crunch lettuce. It's supposed to like be crunchy and junk. I like crunchy junk, so I think that'll be pretty good. Oh, and in response to in other news, you know those tariffs that have kind of been a big pain in the A lately? So I guess they're like gonna hold off on those for like 90 days. So if you got something you want to order from Alibaba, you got 90 days. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought a bug hit me. Pancake, was that a bug? No, she doesn't care about me. So I'm kind of concerned about my lettuce. But other than that, the weekend was, well, let's see, no, on, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Sundays. Saturday and Sunday we did the garden. So, I know I was really sore yesterday because, I was actually like helping with stuff. I know, right? I was actually helping. And unfortunately we also did stuff to the lawn, so I couldn't take the cats outside for any kind of walking around. They just had to kind of deal with it for a little bit. But yeah, I do need to get a vet appointment though for Pancake and Genghis. I think Genghis has been losing some weight, which is it's kind of subjective. I have no proof yet, but I really think they're going to tell me that he's lost like about an ounce or a pound or something like that. He just feels lighter than he should. And I know he doesn't really eat all the best. He has some teeth problems. That's kind of why he's a little funny boober. So right, Pancake? I will say I was feeling incredibly lazy over the weekend. And I don't know, I didn't have like a natural wantingness to do anything. Pretty lazy overall. Yeah. Oh, something exciting is I got a commission. Yeah, I got a commission. Someone saw my animated dinosaur GIFs. You know those animations that I that I use and stuff. I had gotten a commission off of that. So it's gonna be one of these, but I'm gonna make it for somebody else who also has dinosaurs, which is really cool and fun because I'm actually working on doing expressions right now for my own projects, so that kind of, you know, fill in. But in response to like their name or who they are, I should probably ask. I do want to work on them, and I'm gonna have to at least do something on stream today. But I don't want to name bomb anybody. But it's another YouTuber. It's gonna be a streamer. These are gonna be Twitch icons. So this is gonna be my first official Twitch icon set. The only other ones that I've done are the GIFs and kind of the pop-ups that you do on screen. Although doing a animated Twitch icon isn't out of the realm. It's not terribly difficult to do. There's just some guidelines you gotta follow. So I will say, I think today or maybe this week is one of those weeks where I'm not necessarily interested in doing a whole lot, but I have to, because you can't let your progress slow. Oh my gosh, it's Jimmy! Hold on, let me give you a cat. There it is. There's some cats for you. Yeah, take all those cats. But yeah, I was saying, it just one of those days where, I don't know, it feels like I'm getting into a dip and just, I don't know, like I'm not necessarily enthused to do anything, yet I have to kind of force myself to sit here and do it anyway. Because if you just rely on like motivation and inspiration, and just rely solely on that and don't put any like grit work into it, say as in just sitting down and just at least trying to do the art, it's not going to happen that way. You're going to end up like me, only working on things when you're inspired, and that's such a dangerous thing because you can't rely on that, but you can rely on yourself sitting down every day and putting the effort in, even if it's just a small bit of effort, as opposed to if you were just relying on your motivation. If you have no motivation that day, you just are at a zero. You haven't done anything. So I'm kind of in the mindset where, you know, any progress is good progress. You know, and I would rather have a bunch of small, tiny wins than very inconsistent, bigger wins. Because, you know, it's such a trap. Motivation it's great when it's there, but it's horrible when it's not, you know? Yeah, don't they look like Beastars? Oh, this, God, I forgot the rabbit's name. I only know Lugosi, the wolf. And I think maybe no, I forget. No, these are Toho characters. This is Raisin, or Reesin. Reesin, Uganda, Inaba. There you go. But no, yeah, they do look like it. What's the rabbit's name again? Oh, Pancake, you licking that leg there? Looking good over there? What do you got over there, huh? You licking that leg? Let's get a close up of that. Yeah, licking them spots, huh? Yeah, get the money shots. Yeah, that looks really good, huh? That's my cat. Oh, there we go. Don't worry, Pancake, I'm not recording you. Lick away. Hey, it's Karisu. Karisu, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better, or do you still feel sick? There it is, Haru. That's the name of it. Yeah, this does look like Haru. I've been wanting to watch Beastars. But I'm already so far behind. I'm behind. There's a lot of things I want to watch. I heard Beastars is pretty good. Like I said, everything I get is from clips. Like, I just watch a clip from something. I think maybe I should just start watching a bunch of recap things. I'd probably enjoy it more. Like, it's just easier to digest. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Enjoy that Hot Pocket. Dude, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Why are you having Hot Pockets? Oh, I guess it may not be 10 o'clock for Jimmy. I just think that it is. Oh, Karisu, you're gonna look so beautiful. Didn't you say your wedding was on the 19th? And if you wonder how I know that, it's just because you mentioned something in chat like a while back. No, it was the 20th. Ah, so close. Oh my god. Okay, well, I was close. I was close. Yeah, Luca, make sure you send in a wedding present. Like cold medicine and some flowers. No, but seriously, Karisu, are you starting to feel better, or is, like, you still having a cold or something? Oh, well, I would hope the suit arrives soon. Isn't next week... Here, hold on. What is next week? You're 7 days out. Yeah, you're 7 days out. You gotta watch out. It's a happening. Okay, well, hopefully a lot of your symptoms have, you know, kind of let up, you know. I mean, at least it's clearing up before the wedding. It's such an important time and day. Little Carisu's getting married, or not little, but Carisu's getting married. It'll go away. You got 7 days to get better. You should be able to fix, or well, not fix it, but you should be feeling pretty good within 7 days. I would think. 7 days, 7 days until Karisu gets married someday. Do 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 do. Your partner wouldn't just completely refuse to give you like your first smooch if you were sick, right? Because I know you told me they're a bit of like an not an agoraphobe, or no wait, that's for yeah, agoraphobe is when you're afraid of germs, right? Yeah, I think so. Like hopefully not. I mean, you would want to be able to get that first, you know, smooch in there, you know, because there's gonna be more smooching later. Yeah. Oh, and then you gotta pick out what restaurant you're going to go to. Did you ever figure out what restaurant you're going to go to? Speaking of restaurants, well, actually, I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't want to eat like I'm sick. Um, I'd go for some sushi. I'm not gonna lie, but I would want some of my meat. Like I'd want some miso soup, probably like a little bit of that onion soup and some fried rice, and then like maybe just like 2 egg rolls and call it a day. You know. Like something not too heavy, because whenever it gets warm and I eat like a lot, and sometimes certain foods, some foods are just generally heavier than others. It, I don't know, it kind of makes me not feel good. Not like in a nauseating way, just I don't know how to put that, you know. I never asked. Where did my chat go? I forgot. Ooh, oh, I love buffets. We don't have any good buffets where, I'm situated right now, but there used to be, well, honestly, it didn't matter what it was. If there was a buffet, I was probably going in. There's only been, I think, 1 or 2 times where I've, like, walked out and, like, not came back. And it was just due to just the sanitary conditions of the restaurant, Because some buffets do it really well, and, they got their shit together. And some buffets just let whatever happens, and they don't really care about the food or anything. And that's just no bueno, Hold on, I'll be right back. Pancake, guard the stream. I need shorts. Pancake, I missed you. I know it's only been 2 seconds, but I missed you. Oh, is this where we licked? Is that part clean? Oh, am I clean? Here, come get me. Am I clean? Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, sweet. It's Janelle. Hey, Janelle, welcome. Is your wedding going to have a lot of guests and a lot of people there, or is it more of just a really small private ceremony just for the 2 of you? Oh, Janelle, I had wanted to thank you for coming to the mermaid stream the other day. I was hoping that I made it kind of educational, although I think I kind of fumbled. I wanted to have a lot more done, but I overthink. I mean, well, you know me, so. Oh. Time duration? I thought you meant, like. I would say weddings are pretty, I don't know, you can have weddings be really, really big and long. Shoot, I shouldn't say that. You can have weddings be really big, but I don't think it's not like a gypsy ceremony. We have, Romanesco? Shoot, how do you say that? There's 2 different types of gypsies that live in Jersey, New York. I think we even have some in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and they have very big, grand weddings. Meanwhile, a lot of us, it's just, I don't know. American Wedding. Oh, no, not the movie. Okay, no. You do not want the movie. That's rated R. No. How big is an American wedding? Yeah, Romanian, there's really 120 guests? Oh, I'm not doing that. F that. Yeah, this is what I imagine. This is an American wedding. Everyone sits all nicely, surrounded by nature. You got some people up front, clearly who love each other, Maybe have it in a barn, They throw rice at you and you can be near the farm and all that. Luca, I think you just want to go eat something. Oh, here we go. My big fat gypsy wedding. This is what I was talking about. So there's, 2 types of gypsies? There's Romanian gypsies and Romnesco. I know there was 2 types whenever I watched the show a while back. And, yeah, fewer people at a wedding is actually good. Hey, finances and social batteries, those are two important things. So look how big this wedding is. And they like having really, really big weddings, big dresses, and, you know, just a lot of weirdness. You know, look at that. Jeez. Looking at weddings stuff is weird because I still haven't. Oh, here we go. You could. Here we go. Here's a nice gypsy wedding. Yeah. If you never watched my Big Fat Gypsy American Wedding, you can learn a lot. Proceed with caution. Oh, here we go. Look at his hat. Look at that. Look at, isn't that nice? And the orange. Don't you like that? Isn't that nice? That's pretty good. I've only been to maybe one wedding, and it was when I was really, really young, and I think I had to be a flower girl, and I think I just threw flowers at people's faces the whole time, and I didn't like it. But I'm kind of worried because I think my boyfriend's gonna... I don't know, I feel like I'm running down the clock. I think he might want to do things, and I don't think I want to do that. No offense. Probably see if he's watching the stream. Hold on. Okay, no, he's not here. Oh my god, is that what it's really like, Janelle? Oh, I wouldn't want to talk to everybody. Well, actually, you know what? That might not even be a problem. I don't have anybody. The only participants... So here's a reason why I kind of don't really want to tie the knot with mine. I don't have anybody to show up on my side. It would literally be all him. I don't even have a parent that can show up. I don't have a grandparent. I don't even have a close friend. I have nobody. It would literally be just me. And that's kind of one-sided. I don't like that. I would have... It's like a boxing ring. I would have nobody in my corner. And that's not cool. You know? That's sad. That's horrible. You can't talk even to your boyfriend. Aww. Well, I'm sure you can talk to him, you know? Yeah, I feel like wedding celebrations in other countries, they're extremely grand and stuff. And of course they should be. I mean, this is like people who love each other and they like are making a commitment, you know? But you know, those farm weddings that we were looking at, those aren't too bad. But I mean, this is kind of small. There's some really big ones too. I don't know. To me, it's not that important. It's not that important to have a huge venue and a bunch of people. Like I said, I can't think of anybody I would invite if I were to do that, you know? Hey, wedding games are fun. Now, also, I don't know why Luca, I think he saw the word garter belt and he was like, oh god. Yes, Luca, how may I help you? Did you see the word garter belt and you were like, oh no, Indian wedding? Okay, yeah. No, this is what we need to really see. Indian weddings. Indian wedding. I heard the groom comes in like on a helicopter. 3 to 4 days to a week. Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine. Oh, look how happy they all look. Wow. You know what I need? I need me a nice Indian prince with money. And they can pay for the wedding. I'll simply just sit there and receive the money and or the gifts and go from there. Yeah, I didn't realize how much red there was. I thought there'd be a lot of like white and gold, but there is a lot of flashy color. But it's so pretty. I mean, you see in, and I don't know the correct terms for a lot of the things that everyone's wearing, but you know, I don't know. I like just the dresses and the ornaments, the things that go on the hair, the jingles, the dingles, you know, all of that. It's just a pretty sight, you know. You get orange and red, and look how happy they are. I need a bunch of me some Indian friends. That's what I need. They can all come up and hype me up. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how tired you'd be after attempting one of these? And imagine planning this. Oh my gosh. Maybe they just show up to work and they're like, yo, I'm getting married. I need this week off. And then this week off for my honeymoon. You take leave. Oh man. Pancake. Dude, check this out. Look at these weddings. Look how big they are. You don't care, do you? I know you don't. It's fine. But at least I asked you. At least I asked. You like it when I asked. Do people go in debt over their wedding ceremony? I can't even imagine how much this would cost in general. Wedding, bachelor, and then Mehndi, Sangeet, Howdy, and then Medding. Oh my gosh. I guess Luca will find out one day. Luca will find out one day how much it takes, and just the elaborate venues. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Extremely expensive Indian wedding. No, like I want to see the people flying in on the helicopters and stuff. Okay, no lie. So I worked for a doctor here in the, well, not really Chicago area. I worked for a doctor. He's of Indian descent. Like these were, I believe so there's a father and son duo, and they're doctors. They I guess came from India. I think the doctor immigrated or moved over here. The son was born here, but they come from money. So, and of course they're doctors, so they do make a decent amount. So the son, when he got married to the lady of his choice, she's not a doctor. I guess he rode in on a helicopter and then he then rode in. So he came in on a helicopter and then rode in on a horse in order to meet the bride. And I was like, and of course I'm over here sitting making at least maybe $7 an hour, and I'm thinking, wow, that's so nice. Where were you when I needed you? You know, like, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Janelle makes a great point. They basically they mandate holidays here and count that towards your vacation days, so you don't even get those days to do what you want. Yeah, it's. I think we have a pretty horrible, sorry, vacation/leave system. But I guess a lot of places are already really understaffed as it is. I mean, even at my boyfriend's work, you know, it just seems like there's never enough help. I thought working there, but I don't think. I mean, I can work with my boyfriend fine as long as he just sits there and tells me what to do. I'll just oblige. I don't mind doing that. I just don't have the skills for it. Oh, Pancake, no. Sit on the cushion. Stop sniffing the bugs. Come on, over here on the cushion. Cushion. Everybody wants to see your beautiful fur. There you go, honey. Sit on the cushion. If it gets too hot, we're going to have to close that window, though. Hey, Google, what's the weather?
Right now, Hawaii, it's 72 degrees and mostly cloudy.
Oh, it's 72?
Today, it'll be mostly cloudy with a forecasted high of 80 and a low of 60.
Man. Oh, Janelle, how do you feel about the Joann stores closing? I had known about it a while ago, and I know that they're closing up shop, a lot of them. I think the ones in Illinois, we had some ones around here that already closed up and did. I thought about buying a bunch of fabric. I think it's pretty cool that we've started giving, you know, parental leave to fathers too, or just the individual that's the other half of the. Oh, kid, Pancake, sit over here. I would love it if they gave me maternity leave, like if my cat gave birth, though, because if you think about it, I gotta be there, you know. Yo, it's Captain Howdy. If we could like upgrade maternity leave, like if my cat gave birth, that would be great. I I think that's pretty important. You know, you got to help the cat. I don't know if that'll ever happen. You become a captain every second? Oh. I guess I should actually work on what we need to work on. Oh, Janelle, I don't know if you were here for it. We started the garden this past weekend that we just did, and we got this time we actually added tea leaves. So I got some lemon balm and some stevia, and I'm gonna try to grow a bunch of them, dry them out downstairs in the basement. I would love to make like a little apothecary cabinet where I keep a bunch of dried herbs and leaves for different medicinal uses. I've always liked herbology, but I never really had the. Oh my gosh! Hello, Emma. How are you? Welcome. Wow. Oh, I can't imagine a C-section. I had to get a surgery down there, uh, somewhat down there, and that was already bad, you know. Well, hey Emma, welcome. We're just doing what we do, which is sketching. Well, we do art, but you know. All right, I'm gonna switch over. Let me put out a little notification. I'm gonna start doing. I need to start working on my commission, and that involves this dinosaur. So. Oh yeah, I saw you doing a bunch of art for art competitions. You got like really good art, Risu. I say that every time, but seriously, you do. All right. Oh, boink. All right. I have a horrible naming convention for my files. I really should not be naming them so willy-nilly like this, but, you know. Karisu, why are you spelling so bad? What are you doing? Okay, hold on. I'm going to do one more sketch before I start working. I'm always like this. I'm going to work, and then I decide, no, don't work. Oh, yeah, about the garden. We also are growing lettuce. And I know I said this, but I'm worried about rabbits getting into my lettuce. And I don't know what you do about that other than, like, yell at the rabbits to not do it. I don't know if there's a better way. I mean, I've seen cages that you put tomatoes in, but I don't know how you keep a rabbit... Here, how do you keep a rabbit out of your yard? How to keep rabbits out of my lettuce? No, my lettuce. 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 Out of my lettuce. Yes, perfect. Oh, I didn't think about putting like a bowl over it. Look at this rabbit. He's about to get in that guy's lettuce. Doesn't that infuriate you? No, Karisu, you don't understand. These are wild rabbits that purposefully get in your lettuce and chew it, meaning you cannot have your lettuce. That's why we yell at the rabbits. I say, hey, rabbit, you over there. Get out of my gosh darn lettuce. And the rabbit's like, I don't want to listen to you. Let me eat this lettuce. Hey, Karisu, I get that you like him, but he's got to stay out of my gosh darn lettuce. I know you would keep him, but I'm not out here feeding the... Whoa, wait. What is it? Wait. Did they grow forks? Am I missing the point? I forked my beans to keep the... Oh, it's to keep the rabbits away. Oh, I thought they grew sporks. I thought we were literally growing sporks. Oh, what a silly bean. Oh, I need breakfast sometime today. Oh, look at this one, Karisu. Look at him. He's so precious. Okay, Karisu, what would you do to keep rabbits out of your lettuce? I need to know. Rabbits can dig? Oh, shoot, you're right. They got them legs that dig stuff. Oh, man. I guess I'm gonna... Oh, look. Look, Karisu. Look, this one just laying there, getting free snacks. Yeah, they do. Yeah, rabbits poo everywhere. We gotta work on that, you know. Look at this one. He's eating leaves again. His ears look pretty effing soft, though. Yes, Usagi. Usagi poop. Karisu, I love you to death, but I'm not gonna go sit outside 24/7 with carrots in my hand, waiting to entice the rabbits to stay away from my gosh darn lettuce. Okay, that's just not happening. His butt's really white. Okay, stop. We gotta stop looking at this. A diversion garden? Oh no, they eat marigolds too? Oh, shoot, I shouldn't be looking at this. This is gonna make me sad. Because I'm gonna have to keep them away. I'll probably look into some of that mesh though. I'm not gonna do anything that would, like the fork idea. I mean, that's one way to do it, but I'd probably prefer to do something that doesn't involve any kind of pain towards them, you know. They actually just recently, in our township, they recently let us keep chickens. I thought about getting a chicken, but him staying outside all the time would kill me. I wouldn't want to keep a chicken outside all the time, you know. They're cold. Like, I know they got, like, a chicken hutch, but what if they want love or pets or they want to peck something, you know? They should be inside. The funny part, however, is that there's a fox family one house down from me. It lives underneath this shed, and it was outside one night barking really loud because it was afraid of a cat. and I got some video of it. It's pretty funny. So I think the fox is going to eat really good knowing there's all these chickens. Yeah, we got some really nice looking marigolds, and I have a ton of marigold seeds that I saved from last year. I want to grow a ton of them to encourage pollinators to come to the you know, I got to get all the bees coming around in my yard, you know what I'm saying? In a good way though, not a bad way. Okay, I got to start working on this commission. Okay, what was I doing here? Luca, you are just the funniest. Bugs Bunny, huh? Oh no, it's gotta be angry. I don't know how to make it angry looking. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Well, I don't like mention that stuff when we're working on stuff, but yeah, the dino rescue. Yeah. Which it's funny because I'm pretty much doing the exact same thing with this commission that I'm doing for the dino rescue, which is dinosaur motion, so I can create the interactive portion. So it's just kind of funny how this commission came right as I'm working on dinosaur stuff, you know. Crazy. All right, what is okay? So for context, I declined taking payment up front for this commission, and instead I'm going to present the ideas that I have. So it's a set of 5 different emotions for their character, which is an orange dinosaur. And I'm going to present them first before I I want to just make sure that they like what I'm thinking about, you know. They seem really interested in my work, which is great. I guess I always worry that their idea and my idea might not mix together, you know. Plus, I like to be honest, so I don't like to. I usually don't take payment up front when I'm not asking for a whole lot. I mean, it's no big deal. No big deal. Alright, shy dino. Oh. I'm also making sure to write down animation notes of how I'm going to animate them. Wait, what do I... Okay, so he's waving. That's the sad one. Wait. Okay, happy is just that one. Angry is gonna be that one, and shy. Maybe I could have his hands up on his face. That looks cute too. Oh, do I hear a Genghis? Genghis! Or maybe that was my AC making noise. I don't know. I think they still... Oh, yep, she's right there. Pancake honey, you just having a good day, huh? Yeah, you having a really good day, huh? Yeah, there she goes. Who's the good girl, huh? Who's the good girl, huh? Is it you? Are you the good girl? Yeah. Alright. In a few more minutes, we'll give her a treat. We'll stretch our legs too. Give her a little treat. It's basically when I'm done drawing this guy. I think that conveys shy pretty well. Hey, this is why they always tell you to do those exercises, like practice your expressions and do this and do that. This is why. Because one day you may be asked to actually do expressions, and you gotta know how to do them. This part is going to hop up and down, so that's 1, 2, and that's 1, 2. Okay. So that's, I think we'll present that. I think that'll be good. I think all of them pretty much convey the emotion that they're supposed to. And then I'll be able to work on getting all the different files set up. Oh, and we need to make sure we have the Twitch guidelines open too, because we need certain guidelines for those. So was it 112, 4096? No, 28. Okay, 2856 and 112. Okay. 20, where does it go? Yeah, 28, okay. 28 squared, 56, and 112. There we go. That way the, sorry. Right, Pancake? Okay. Okay. Do I ever? Yes, I absolutely do. It's incredibly refreshing. She kind of feels like a mother, you know, and I really need that in my life. Pancake, can I just get in there for a little bit? Do some therapy session right now? Is that okay? If you let me do this, I'll give you a treat. Thank you. I need that. Alright, let's have a treat. This is savory salmon flavor. Today we have greenies. But you gotta eat in front of the camera. Remember, it's a treat for all of us. You want a greenie? We even have chicken greenies downstairs. You ready for your greenie? Aw, what a good girl. Aw, thank you. How was that, honey? Was that nice? Of course it was. Was that nice? Alright, we'll give you another treat in a little bit. You just keep napping, I guess. Yeah, she's really nice. She lets me burrow in her fur when I need it. Thanks, Pancake. I appreciate that. find Genghis? I need a drink refill anyway. Let me go see if I can find Genghis. I want to give him a greenie too. Where's my BRB thing? BRB. Okay, Pancake, you keep the stream hot, okay? I'll be right back. Entertain the masses. No, Pancake, get back on the cushion. Pancake, cushion. Pancake. Pancake, you gotta get on the cushion. Alright. I found a Genghis and I found a treat. Yeah. No, hold on. You're not even like waiting for me to do anything about it. Cushion, you gotta be on the cushion. Good girl. She has some grass. And here's Genghis. Wave your butt like you just don't care. Wave it in the air, all over town and here. Why don't you sit up here with us? We're having so much fun, it's unbelievable. No, Pancake, on the cushion. On the cushion. On the cushion. Here, I'll bring the grass to you. What do you think, Genghis? Is that okay? So I will say that not all grasses are okay, and not all plants are okay for your cat to eat. This is a special oat grass that I bought, and I sow the seeds myself, and I grow it indoors. I don't want like animal droppings on it or anything like that. I worry about her getting parasites and stuff. She loves her grass. Right, Pancake? You love your grass? Yeah, of course you do. Who wouldn't? She is a herbivore. No, Pancake, cushion. No, you need to be on the cushion. I will bring the grass to you. Here, why don't we just leave it right here? There you go. You didn't miss too much, Luca. We're having fun with the cats. Alright, ready to get back to work, Pancake? Yeah. So yeah, that's an oat grass, so that's the only reason why I'd let her have that. A lot of plants can be very toxic to cats and other animals, so you got to be very careful what you let them have. But at least this is something that she can have. The only reason why I don't like her having grass when we're outside is, well, A, I don't know what kind of bugs or bacteria, parasites, because there's also bacteria and funguses that can go around, and I wouldn't want her to ingest any of that. B, you never know if there's like animal droppings, you know, because it's outside, that's where they go, and some animal droppings carry parasites that are only done through droppings of an animal. Oh my gosh! So that's why I don't like it, but she still does it anyway. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I know, plant, right? Yes, good job, Luca. Plant. All right, well, we finished those. Let's now look at these. No, what am I looking for? We are going to do dinosaurs. Oh, no, wait. I finished with the first part of this commission, so... There we go. Sorry about that. Actually, let's create a new document. I try to keep everything organized. You kind of made an OC. Ooh. Darn it. I gotta make these big enough in case I animate these in the future. Oh, hey, it's Buddy. You just missed the cats. Aw, man, do I have a cat here I can show you, Buddy? Oh, they all ran away. I'm sorry about that. Oh my gosh, nightmares? You know, I recently had a nightmare where I thought my boyfriend was cheating because we were in the bedroom and there was another bed in there and it was just another guy who I guess was a roommate, and I didn't really think it was a roommate. I thought my boyfriend was like, or maybe no, cause I guess there was another female somewhere in the house, so I kind of thought it was like, I don't even know what it was because I wouldn't say it like I thought they were in a relationship because I really had no evidence or anything, but it was strange, you know. What kind of nightmares are you having? Oh my gosh. What would you guys say was like your biggest nightmare? Or I guess what would be a nightmare to you? I think if I was stuck in a world where I couldn't draw, that would be a nightmare. But also the thought of eternity and not an eternity doing something you didn't want to do, maybe being locked somewhere. That would be that would be horrible too. Oh, hey, no, that's okay. If you don't, yeah, if you guys are studying or working on something, drawing, don't feel like you need to be active in the chat. I mean, we're not here for views or engagement or anything. This is just hang out so we can, you know, just kind of have some company while we're doing what we're doing. So, you know, be at ease, my friend. Oh, I still have rabbit butts on my Google. I wonder if there's more. Oh, nope, same rabbit butt. Aw, rabbits are cute, though. They just like to eat all the green things. Oh, is that your nightmare? Thank you, Emma. And thanks for being here. Hope you're able to get some work done or study or draw or whatever you're up to doing. There's 50% off subs today? Oh, I haven't had Subway in forever, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Subway has honestly gotten really expensive in the last. I remember when they used to have the $5 meal deals, where you got a foot long sub for $5, and now it's as if it's what, $12, $15. Yeah, $15 exactly. It's just not worth it. And it's not like their products are amazingly good or anything. It's not like, oh, pancake, pancake. Hi, honey. Do you want to come sit over here, honey? Is your tail kind of floofy? Are you upset over something? No, I just saw that wrong. Pancake, honey, come lay up here. Huh? Okay. Come on over here, honey. Extra $4? Oh, heck no. There we go. We've got the pancake. There we go. What do you think, honey? Here's some grass. Do you want some grass? What do you think? And I know I've said this before, but even McDonald's is getting overly expensive. But comparatively, Wendy's, I think for Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's is probably the most expensive. McDonald's is the second most expensive, and then, or I'm sorry, Wendy's is the most expensive. McDonald's is one from that, but I honestly haven't been to Burger King in a while. Yeah, it's like they advertise themselves as gourmet, or they want like gourmet burgers or something. That's just not how that works. I mean, you need to then make just an offshoot restaurant. Like, don't be coming to me with your overly priced crappy burgers. Pancake, where'd you go? Oh, you're over there? Okay. In fact, I was at McDonald's the other day, and a large, or what was it, medium fry and a large Coke, because that's like my go-to. That was about $7, and I'm like, okay, no. And I guess I have it pretty easy. I mean, I just kind of put it on my boyfriend's credit card, but I mean, I don't want to be spending his money recklessly. You know, I've cut down on a lot. I definitely don't go to Starbucks every day like I used to about a year ago. I try to sit at home and do more stuff at home than I ever do outside anymore for that reason. Because just things are getting so expensive. And now that's Pancake, yes. And now that Starbucks has that, they no longer have that open door policy. So now they expect you, if you go inside, that you have to buy something. So if you want to sit in any of their spaces, you're expected to have bought something from them. You know, and that's kind of a big blow because, you know, I saw Starbucks as a place of refuge. You know, if I'm on a long trip and I need to go to the bathroom, I just need a place to sit down where I'm safe. You know, I don't, you know, I just need a little time. You know, I can go to Starbucks. Maybe I'll get something. Maybe I won't. Usually, a lot of the time I do. You know, but what if I just don't have the money, but I just really needed, you know, just a little bit of time. You know, it's automatically a big issue with them. You know, and one time, because I guess I told you I do have a fatigue problem, so there has been times where I'm out doing something and I conk out, like I'm so tired that I'm falling asleep sitting up, and I you know, I'm settled with it, but I mean I do take naps inside of Starbucks. The one girl, and I don't, Pancake, yeah. And I don't know if this one employee was just because their bosses were there, whatever, maybe like trying to keep to the rules. Where she comes up and she's like, "Excuse me, yeah, you know, we don't allow sleeping in our stores." And of course, I'm groggy as heck because it's not just I'm tired from the night. Like I'm actually having like, and I don't know what to call it. You know, I did blurt out some words, you know, and I don't feel right about it because I definitely I don't want to lie or mislead someone. But I will say something if I feel it's, if it's kind of within my thing. So I said I have a very minor form of narcolepsy, you know, and just sometimes I conk out, you know. So I said, I have to put my head down for a second. I'm kind of having maybe like a little episode here, you know. Is there a problem? You know, she kind of looks at me. I'm like, okay, well then can you go away? You know, no offense, but get the F out of my face, you know. And I kind of have no patience when I'm having one of those sleep attacks. I don't know what you want to call it. Like I said, you know, because I'm already tired and groggy. So, but yeah. But now they're making a big deal about that. I'm like, I'm not gonna go in there if I'm gonna be heckled about what I'm doing. You know, I'm not, and there's nothing wrong with being homeless, but I'm not some person coming in just taking advantage of your services on a daily basis. You know, I pay for my drinks, don't worry. And, you know, and I'm constantly there. I'm there for 8 hours at a time because that's a work day for me. So go somewhere else. You know, if you have a problem with that, get your manager. You have a problem with that, I'll go to your regional manager. If he has a problem with that, I'll just keep going up and up and up as far as I need to go, you know, because I'm not playing around, you know. I didn't take out a big blanket. I didn't sprawl across out there. I just laid my head down at my table. You know, I still have my drink in front of me. The computer's still running. I still got my earphones in, and I need like, usually a sleep attack. I don't know. 30 minutes is generous, but if I can get an hour, that's probably best because it doesn't wear off very fast. It takes a while for me to come to my senses sometimes. So, but yeah, no, I told him no. It's just. Pancake honey, I can't play with you. I'm working right now. I'm hanging out with the art friends. We're working and drawing dinosaurs and junk, you know. Is that okay, Pancake? Okay. Okay, well I'm with the art friends right now, so. Genghis, you scared the shit out of me. Genghis, honey, what is it? Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me. Genghis, honey, no, don't come here, yell at me, and then run away. Oh, you're cruising for, oh, come here. I'm gonna pick you up and love you now. Oh, no. Come here. Come here now. Genghis, come here now. Genghis, oh, you mother. Come here. Come get the love. You asked for it. Genghis, say hi to everybody. No, you gotta say hi. You're not saying hi. Oh, okay. Right here. Right here. Come on, Genghis, say hi in the microphone. Oh, what a good boy. Are you a good boy? Maybe? Of course you are. And buddy, Genghis wants to let you know that I completely empathize with your position about wanting to see results. You know, you're getting pressure all over the place from your parents, and you know, expectations from you are really high. These up and downs, they're gonna continue, but absolutely, you know, no matter what you're feeling, or you know, the pressure that's on you, definitely don't quit what you're doing. I don't know if that's ever come across, but you don't want to let those feelings, you know, and it is coming from someone who feels that almost regularly. You know, don't let it be the end all be all. Those feelings are going to happen, and you're going to probably feel really disappointed about art that you make, and you're going to see people that are better than you. You're going to see people that are worse than you, and that's going to happen throughout the entirety of your journey, and we all feel it. You know, just, you know, if you need to step away from your art, if you need to do something else for a little bit, you need to do whatever it is that helps you feel better, so that way you can keep doing what you want to do. Because it's obvious art is something, you know, really big in your life, you know. So, you know, whatever you do, just don't don't give up or anything like that, right? Oh, he's actually sitting on my lap. Ooh, what a good day. Oh, okay, careful. You want some grass? Yeah. Killa, how are you doing? I hope you're doing really good. And like I said, I do have a video coming out. I'm probably going to work on, you know what, let me download the files. I need to make a thumbnail, and that's basically all I'm missing for this video. But because I'm going to show you all the art I did in 2024, and a lot of it really was just awful. So I talk about a lot of, I talk about feelings, and, you know, try to give you some motivation to, you know, keep the course, and don't, you know, don't let bad art days, they don't let them define you. I don't care if you're being pressured like a diamond, you know, like some coal to become into a diamond. You can't let those kind of things consume you, because then when you try to practice or improve your art, all it does is weigh you down, because now you have all this pressure, and you have all these feelings within you, and coming at your art with a good mindset is incredibly important. You don't want unnecessary feelings taking a hold of you like that. Oh my gosh, buddy, I swear we were cut from the same cloth or something, because that's exactly how I took, and that's exactly how I take things. Like, for art, you know, it is probably one of the major reasons why none of my art gets finished. All these projects, the comic, even the dinosaur rescue, because I want to be good at it. I want to get good at it, you know. So you're right, it takes away the fun of the process, it takes away enjoyment, and it takes away, and without fun and enjoyment, you might not experiment, so you're not going to try new things. And if you don't try new things, you're going to be stuck doing the old things. And the old things are old because you've done them so much that you've grown accustomed to them. You can't grow if you're not doing new things. So that's why, a mindset shift might help, But doing it in this state when it's easy to say that, but when you're feeling discouraged or you're having pressure, like I'm sure your parents are probably pressuring you right now. It's very difficult to do that and to stick with it, because you might have this revelation one day. You know what? I need to change my mindset. Let me start thinking about things a different way. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, great, let's start this. I'm going to start this, and then maybe do it a day or even an hour, and you've already stopped. So I guess there's a right time to try to do things a different way, and maybe a time where you just need to focus on getting, just kind of calming down and get yourself in a better, just try to get your mind in a better place before you try doing mind shifting techniques. Mind shifters. Yeah, I have a bunch of mangas or manga ideas that I haven't even bothered to touch, because that's why I practice all of these, because I think, I gotta learn all these different things. I gotta learn how to draw faces. I gotta learn how to draw hair that doesn't look like a mop. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. But as you can kind of see, all my sketches are the same thing. It's just a face that's looking at me, and it's pretty much the same eyes, the same mouth, the same structure. It's all old, So I guess in that respect, I'm going to need to do some shifting for that, some mind shifting techniques. There's also this concept that it's not really time that we're lacking when it comes to learning art and getting better at things, because the truth is we probably have a lot of time. Unless you're working 3 different jobs, you're only getting maybe 4 hours of sleep, you probably aren't finding a lot of time, or maybe you're in school, maybe you have other commitments that you need to do, maybe you take care of somebody, maybe you have chores, a lot of things to do around the house, housework. So in those cases, yeah, finding time is hard. But have you considered maybe it's actually your energy that needs managing? Maybe it's an energy thing. Maybe you don't have the energy to sit there 5 hours in a day, whether it's all at once or accumulation. Maybe you're getting burnt out because when you wake up, you have a certain amount of mental span. We talk about a social battery. There's a creative battery too. There's also a battery for what you're able to create and do. That's why sometimes it's like as if you can only draw so much good stuff every once in a while, and the rest is kind of and then you look at it and you say, oh my gosh, I'm not doing so well because I drew one thing, but these other 10 things didn't look so good. I must be getting bad, or I'm not improving. No, it's not that. Some of your best work probably is done when you have really good energy reserves. You got a good night's sleep, you got a good mindset, maybe you got some motivation going on in there, some inspiration, maybe you saw something. But also maybe take a look at your energy. Also, sometimes there's certain times of the day where doing art is a bit more beneficial to you than other times. I do a lot better in the morning time doing all this digital stuff. I can actually sit down and do it. But as the day wears on, like maybe it gets more warm outside, I don't like sitting at the computer, you know. I would rather do some watercolor art or some sketching on my sketchbook or just play some games. And all that's okay, you know. There's times for there's time for everything, you know. And even in other aspects of your life, chores or studying, you know, when I came home from school, I didn't like studying right away. You know, I needed a break. But everyone always told me, hey, when you get home from school, you need to be sitting down and studying what you learned. And to me, that just was not working. It's not going to work, you know? I can't just sit down and be expected to pull out my books and review some material. No, I needed a mind break, you know? I needed to just kind of do stuff that I've been yearning to do all day. So that was an example of energy and kind of picking the right time to do something, you know? And it disappointed a lot of people and made my mom upset, but I don't care, you know? Yeah, you're right, hustle culture, right? Oh, and sticky rice. Luca got sticky rice yesterday. I wish I had sticky rice. I wish I had rice in general. Well, I guess I could make some. It involves me working, but I don't want to work. Oh, I gotta clean up the kitchen too. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to do that. So I'll just starve. If I had the choice of drawing all day and not eating versus drawing some of the day but also having food, but it also meant I had to clean the kitchen, I would just skip the kitchen. I'm good. I can wait on that. Or maybe I'll go to the overpriced McDonald's. Exactly. Yeah. If you don't have a plan and you're constantly going at things and you're not trying to and it's not coming together, it's it's probably good to have a plan for that. And it's probably really discouraging because it kind of seems an open and closed case, you know, just sit down and practice, right? Okay, well, what do you practice? And you're like, oh, well, I kind of just sketch and do my sketching exercise. Okay, well, you're going to be really great at sketching if you do that for you know, a month on end, but you're not going to be not be good at other things. You have to also give yourself time and allowance to do other things too. Um, Especially if you want to do a whole bunch of things, you know, you want to do sceneries or backgrounds, you have to actually do those. So it means actually it's hard, but actually putting the time aside to do those different things, you know. I have a habit of sitting down and pretty much only doing one thing, and that one thing is just whatever I think of. I used to approach it with really no plan, no idea what I was doing, and it showed, you know, a lot of stuff was just kind of incohesive and um, you know, stuff like that. So I actually wrote down some notes like in a Google Doc, and I actually wrote down different tasks that I have to complete to stay on track, or at least if I do get into kind of a weird mindset. So it's also a fallback too. If you are able to kind of write down kind of your plans for the future and goals and things you want to do, and maybe just kind of keep it on the back burner, even if you're not looking at it every day, when you do have days that it's a bit more difficult than others, you're kind of not feeling motivated, or maybe you just kind of lose sight of things. And trust me, that happens a lot. It really happens to me a lot of the time. Almost every day I'm like, oh, what am I doing, you know? Then go back to look at your list and be like, right, I was working on this, this, and this. And you kind of ease yourself back in. That's a good word. Easing in and easing out. easing in and easing out. Also for animation too. Kind of easing into different mind shift changes and things like that. I know I'm doing a lot of rambling, but I absolutely feel what Buddy's feeling because I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm getting into that mindset again, and I'm trying to train myself to think more positively and stay on track of my goals and stuff. And of course, I'm editing my 2024 review video, and I was looking over it. I actually was looking at, because I have to look at it to edit it, and a lot of the art I looked at, and I was like, wow, a lot of this is really, really bad. But I'm looking at some of the art that I've been doing recently within the last week or two, and I'm seeing such differences that I didn't notice if I hadn't looked at that art in the first place. Which is why in the video I also advocate for keeping all of your old artwork. If you're having, it doesn't matter how many down moments you're having, you can always go back to your old art, and I wouldn't say you find instant inspiration, but it kind of is putting more in perspective, because I think we get stuck in our heads a lot where we think, man, I'm not doing well, I'm looking at this, and you kind of only see the pieces in front of you, right? You see the sketches that you did that day, but have you looked at the stuff that you did maybe 8 months ago, and actually put it together and compare? Because I'm gonna guess that you on your best day today can triumph anything you did about a year ago, right? So just those little, it's kind of like little cookie crumbs that you leave for yourself. You kind of leave, or I guess, well, I do for myself. I leave little notes of my goals and things I want to do around. I've been writing down, I try to update a list of things that I'm doing, so if I do kind of get off track, or maybe my emotions kind of get in the way, I'm getting a little upset, disappointed, depressed, angry, I can go and look at it, and it may not alleviate my symptoms, but I'm not lost. Because when I get into those situations where I'm looking at, or I'm kind of in my head a little bit, and I want to get out of it, I kind of feel lost, and talking to people doesn't really help, because the person I talk to is my boyfriend. He's not an artist, so he can't look at my art and say, he only just tells me it's good, right? So I guess we can just avoid talking to people. So maybe you might have parents or friends that don't understand what you're going through, because the kind of disappointment and stress that an artist goes through, I definitely feel it's a very unique situation. It's not what other people feel. Like, you might feel disappointed, students might feel disappointed about test scores and stuff like that, but art is what you have. Like, this is you can visually see the current skill level, and it's present, it's in front of you every time you pick up a pencil and draw. So it's easy to kind of get lost in all of that. So if you can leave things behind that point you in the right direction, to remind you, hey, you were working on this part of the story, let's kind of get back into it, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. So yeah, I'm having a bad day. You know what? I can allow myself to take that bad day, and tomorrow I can go back to my list or to my little notes that I've left around, and I could say, okay, and let me get back into that, And I think there's this misconception of, well, why don't you just not be sad or depressed about, your art or your sketching, Look how far you've come, That should be an instant, it should be or there's this idea that recovery is instant, or that you should feel better instantly, or that compliment should make you feel better absolutely. And that's not the case, So taking a day or taking some time to look at something. Sorry, I was drinking soda. Taking time to look at something, give yourself some time. If you're not feeling good about something, you're kind of feeling disheartened, depressed, it doesn't matter what you're feeling. Just maybe, you know, give yourself that time to go through it, because the feelings do get better with time. So say it's just hit you and you're feeling horrible. You're looking at your art, you're like, man, this sketch looks horrible, and now I'm having a full-blown breakdown now. I don't know what to do. Give yourself some time. You know, it may not be 15 minutes, it might be an hour, it might be the whole day. Maybe you need to even take the next day or just the next day after that, you know, until it starts fading and you're like, you know what? No, I want to do art. I do want to get better. I do want to do this. Let me get back into it and get back in there. So that's all I wanted to say. Sorry that was long. Well, hey, buddy, and just I want to say this. In terms of getting experience, even in games, even though it's not perfect, even the smallest enemy defeated is still experience, right? You may not have things perfect, meaning defeating a boss, but you're still slaying all these other enemies and you're doing really good at it. I'm just trying to tell you that, you know, if you do get a part-time job or an internship, there's always going to be some skills that you can learn no matter what you're getting, whether you work at a bakery or maybe it's a more creative job, maybe it's a little bit labor intensive, maybe you're even a cashier. It doesn't matter. You're still going to learn something, and trust me, those skills will accumulate. It really, really accumulates. Yep. And, you know, you bring up a good point, because a lot, you know, professional artists that make manga or any artist, they think the same as you. You know, they're not, even our art gods. So, like, an art god is like an artist that just, no matter what they do, it seems like it's just really good to you. And we have a lot of, you can think anyone's an art god, really. It's just someone that's just, you hold in high regard, you know. Remember, they're just human, just like you know. So you might think that Tokyo Ghoul or Demon Slayer is perfection, but the 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 artist who did it probably doesn't think the same thing. They probably, you know, think, that was average. I could have done better. They probably go back and think, wow, I could have drawn this better, done this better, but I was running out of time. I couldn't make things perfect, right? So if professional artists don't even get everything perfect, how could you expect yourself to get everything perfect? Drawing human heads? Oh, geez. Pray? I would pray. I don't know. When I'm drawing a head, I always start, it's kind of an elongated oval. But generally, if you get your proportions correct, and that's kind of a loose word because anime style, and I know Kurisu's style is extremely unique. It's, you know, as long as you get your, I don't know, just get your facial features kind of in the right place. I mean, it can't be too bad, right? Especially anywhere but from the front. Darn it. Front is like all I'm kind of good at. Alright, hold on. Let's do this again. Okay, same thing. That elongated oval thing. I don't know. Just keep in mind the shape of the head and yes, buddy, thank you. So we have a Discord. We're gonna drop some references in Discord for drawing heads. I would say I'm only good at like the front and maybe the 3/4. The side is kind of a hit or miss because a lot of times I draw the forehead too big or the nose way too long. Oh, you're like, Carissa, you're like one of the few people I know that isn't really a big texter, huh? Pancake, you scared me again. Do you use to? No. I think some of your colors maybe clash, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it bad combinations or anything. Pancake, honey, what is it? Okay, well, I'm not doing that, so. I wouldn't. Sorry, I was looking at Pancake. I don't know what she wanted. No, I don't think it's. Your colors are really saturated or overly saturated or anything like that. And maybe I don't. And maybe I don't think that way because it's your style, you know. You seem to have such a style that things work well for you. So I don't look at it and say, man, that looks really weird. No, I look at it and say, oh, okay, so that's what Karisu did for this color. Okay, I see. You know, so now it's more of like an acceptance, you know, that I've accepted it as your art style, you know. I don't see it as, oh, that's odd. I see it as, no, this is Karisu, you know. Weird color combos? Oh, geez. You want me to figure this out? I think it was a brown color. I think. When I see it, I'll tell you about it. But I don't have one off the top of my head. Here, Casey, let me go in the art resources and, oh, it's this channel. Yeah, Buddy has this really good channel. Here, let me, link this one. All right, there you go, Krisu. It's this, and I actually was looking at, I want to say Ray Jam, but it's J-Ram. Yeah, J-Ram. This channel is really good. He also has worksheets and stuff, too. Buddy mentioned them before, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, well, I got sidetracked drawing a face. Yeah, Krista, why don't you try that? Because the yellows and pinks, you know, go nicely together. Yes, I like the idea, Kurisu. Do it. Do it. Here. I will use yellow and pink for this girl's hair to celebrate. Well, you just said it, yellows and pinks, right? Let's see. This is like orangish. Let's see if we can find something. There. Maybe like, I'm gonna do yellow for the tips and then make, or you know what? I should have made the pink be the tips, I think. We'll see. I need to see how that looks first. Because a pastel pink might look good too. But I won't know until I put it on there. Light or dark? try light. Because a dark yellow might be mistaken for a gamboge, or a, not gamboge, a really darkish yellow. And I don't think, I've never really liked a dark yellow, because it might venture more onto that weird brownish green spectrum. You don't like Everett's design? Aw. Don't look at it and start suddenly, backtracking, this happens a lot. Sometimes, you look at something and say, wow, the colors are off, and then it progresses oh, you know what, I don't like the line art, or oh, now I don't like this. Don't maybe it's best to just keep it the way it is and just start on a new drawing. It's okay to leave, drawings like unfinished or maybe just kind of undecided. But I find if I start over analyzing everything and I'm redoing so many of my decisions, maybe it's better for me to just kind of hold off on it, and like I'll either return to it or maybe I won't, and even that's okay too. Not everything has to look perfect. Remember, we're not immortal beings. We don't have eternity to figure everything out. We only have so much time, so we got so much art to make. Sometimes we gotta leave things unfinished to keep our sanity. Maybe if you just change, or just put some of the greens, adding a bit more yellow tint to it, it wouldn't, there's some greens that just naturally look a little icky. They get in my drift. Oh, well, thank you, buddy. Yeah, do you like that? I was trying to pay homage to Krisu with their color change that they wanted to do. Do the yellows and the pinks. I think the yellows and the pinks looks really good if you have a little bit of orange to kind of bridge the gap. Because there's some color combinations where if you put them right up next to each other, it might be too much of a jarring situation. So if you have like a transitionary color, so in this case it would be a little bit of orange to kind of bridge the gap between the yellow and the red, which is essentially the pink. You're not bad at color combos. I love your colors. You know, Krisu, something that also helped me with colors is I would go on Pinterest, because, you know, Pinterest is great, and go and look at different color schemes. So I have a bunch of color palettes on my Pinterest. Let's see what we got on here. So my Pinterest saved. Let's see, what do we got here? I have a color area. Yeah, color palette. So they never work. Do you take the image directly and copy paste the color on there? Sometimes looking isn't enough. Sometimes you got to actually put the color on, like, onto your. Oh, here's a great one. And it's got that nice saturated way, you know. Those are really cool. I actually probably should start using these more. I haven't dedicated any time to coloring. Oh, well, thanks, buddy. So where do I get constructive criticism? Um, I used to try to get criticism online, like DeviantArt and stuff like that. Although, to be honest, I haven't really sought out and I haven't really been given any kind of constructive criticism, you know? If someone says something that's, I don't know, I haven't really sought it out, you know? I tried getting, like, my boyfriend involved because, you know, I would value his opinion. But he pretty much just says the same thing, like, oh, your art looks good and that looks really nice, you know? And um, I kind of just do a lot of self criticism where I'll look at if I'm I'll look at other professional art and I'll say, well, where is mine lacking, kind of thing, and I'll just go from there and try. And on the next piece that I do, I'll try to maybe edit or do some things. But I haven't done criticism in a long time for any of my art in any way. Not that I'm not, you know, interested in it. I mean, you could literally say anything about my art, and I, even if it was just to be mean to it, and I'd be like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. Maybe I'm not really into that right now or at the moment. But normally, I would always recommend, you know, trusted friends and family. That is, if they can give you proper criticism, if they just simply praise you nonstop with, you know, even on something where it's very obvious that maybe it's not the strongest piece and they still praise you for no reason, then maybe consider getting other criticism. Because you don't want just someone essentially just kissing your butt the whole time either. Yes, Demon Slayer eyes. Yeah, I feel like, or they want to boost your ego, or they're just really afraid of putting you down. But it can be extremely hurtful to just constantly give criticism or, you know, praises without, you know. Little praise is fine, but oftentimes it's not necessarily what we're looking for. Like, I don't want people to tell me how I'm good. I want you to tell me how to get good. There's a big difference to that. Very big difference to that. But I would say I follow a lot of tutorials, or at least I try to. So I look at a lot of tutorials, and basically that's my criticism. If my art looks like the tutorial, I did good. If it doesn't look like the tutorial, and you have to have a very good eye. You have to be able to have a lot of insight with this, because, you know, if it's just you looking at something, you have to be extremely honest with yourself. You have to be hard on yourself when you need to. So that would, you know, but it does work, you know, just, or do master studies, because then you have results right there. Well, did your painting turn out the way the tutorial did? If it did, yes, you're good. If it didn't, maybe you need to go back and look at some things, you know. For some reason, there's a lot of ads on my YouTube about me losing weight, and I just don't think that I need to. Yeah, Karisu, you're probably just at a low point right now. I think it all stemmed, I don't know, I feel like it stemmed when you were questioning about your color choices on Everett. But you might need to take a step away from that. Did your boyfriend make you food, by the way? I know it can feel like you ruined it, but it's not ruined. You can I mean, you have infinite amount of creativity and talent. It's not to say you'll never be able to draw another really good Everett again. Because eventually you're going to draw one that's really good, that it's going to completely triumph this Everett. And you're going to be like, wow, I never thought I could do that after, you know, that other drawing I did, you know. Oh, yeah, boxes. I still have trouble with boxes. You know what? In fact, I'm still not good at drawing boxes. I've just learned to make them so it looks correct, you know? Because the mind is an amazing thing. It'll help fill in viewer viewer stuff. So if you don't draw something right, if you can draw it to where it's believable, then that's okay. You know, I know it doesn't help when you're starting out, you know, because it, you know, you gotta draw it like a certain way and all. But once you get to a certain point, you know, you just kind of need to see. You just need to make it give the impression of it. You know, you don't have to worry so much about being perfect or doing this or doing that. You know. Why do you feel like you're floating on water? That's so concerning, Luca. What are you doing? Why are you floating on water? Are you on water? Yes, exactly. The illusion. All we're doing is we're drawing illusions. Just be careful not to illusion yourself, you know. Alright, bye, Luca. We miss you. Oh, there we go. We made a sketch, huh? Alright, I put out a stream ending warning for 20 minutes. So we'll end at 1 o'clock. So basically, at the top of the next hour, we'll wrap it up. I still gotta work on some stuff that I can't show on stream just yet. So I gotta dedicate some time to do that. I love those. I love those cat things that I did. I do have ideas for more cat emotes once we get there. But I think I need to grow the channel a bit more for that. Oh, hey, it's Jimmy. Hey, welcome back. Ooh, pixel art? Oh, pixel art's beautiful. I remember doing a set of pixel art for some games. It was a while ago. I haven't picked up pixel art in forever. I had wanted to make, like, I think I remember a while ago, I talked about wanting to make my own game. And the style I was thinking of doing it was like a pixel art, so that way, you know, it had a decent style to it, you know, make it nice and simple. You went viral, Jimmy? Oh my god. Congrats for going viral. How did it feel being super viral? Was it everything you've ever wanted? See, I don't know because I've never been viral. Chaotic? Oh my gosh. What did you go viral with? Was it like a short or like a video you put out or? Wow, that's crazy. But dude, good on you. We got like a famous viral like channel in our chat, guys. Like we should feel honored. We should feel honored because Jimmy is here. Exactly, you are Jimmy. Dude, don't forget about us when you become like popular and stuff, you know? That's all we're saying, you know. We just want to make sure the Jimmy we know and love comes back to us eventually. Yay, Jimmy will always be here. That is awesome. Oh, an echidna? Oh, I love echidnas. For various purposes. Those purposes are mine. I like their snoots. They have like long snoots. Ooh, I like that. The song mashups. Yeah, it's nice when they flow together naturally and you don't have to put too much like editing or effort to make them mash together. It's nice when it's almost like a natural thing. All right, just so you know, we're gonna wrap it up at about 5 minutes. Um, and yeah, my neck hurts for some reason. I think it's because for some reason I'm not sleeping on my pillow correctly at night, or I'm just up playing. I'm playing a Toho Lotus Labyrinth a lot lately, and that requires a lot of neck bending operations. Great game, by the way, if you've never played it. Lotus Labyrinth. If you're into dungeon crawlers, it's pretty fun. Yeah. One of the things they always tell you with drawing hair is it's, and the same with things like grass, bushes, trees, leaves. It's never individuals. It's clumps, clusters, and shapes. So you can see how when I draw hair, the bangs, the side bangs or whatever you want to call them. I'm not drawing every single piece of hair. A little bit at the end to kind of show detail, but it's mainly like a shape. What kind of fighting games do you play? Oh, I've never heard of Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, huh? Maybe I'll look into it. I need to find some new games to play, because I'm obviously not going to buy the Switch 2 if I can help it for quite a while. And my PlayStation stuff I'm kind of not really interested in right now. Oh, King of Fighters? I think I've heard about that. Hold on, let's check it out. King of Fighters? Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, dude, that's like right up my alley. Looks like they got like a lot of Street Fighter characters in there. I used to play a game called Bloody Roar all the time. Like, all the time. I love Bloody Roar. Oh, they even came out with a movie too? Oh, cool. Ooh, Melty Blood? Okay. Melty Blood. Oh, look, I would love to find more games like this, like, I don't know how you want to put it, like anime-ish fighting games, you know? Neato. I like it. I've heard about Blaze Blue, and I used to play that a little bit when I was over at other people's houses. Blaze Blue. I heard about it at conventions. Yeah, I remember Blaze Blue. I don't know why I never got it as a game, though. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. Like, I don't know, I like the special effects and how it was this character that I liked. Tao Kaka. I like her. I think I was also asked to do a commission for Tao Kaka, too. I don't really like VTubers or idols or something. I kind of got that jealousy thing going on. Like, I wish I could be like a VTuber or something. I didn't think Persona was a fighting game, is it? Persona 4 Arena? Oh, my neck. Oh, there is a fighting game for it. Holy crap. I didn't know that. Yes, Toho does. They have Antimony of Common Flowers, so I know that one. There's the Spell Bubble one, which is more like not really a fighting game per se. Toho fighting games. What is this? Is this Buff Raymu? Dude, this is like Buff Raymu over here. Oh dear. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Antinomy of Common Flowers. I have it on my Switch. Oh, that was a mod? Okay, I was wondering why there was a Buff Raymu. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Gensoko Rahen? Ooh, Kogasa. The Korindu guy. Yeah, that definitely looks like Kogasa. Oh my gosh, I gotta play. What is it? What is it called again? I forgot already. Oh, Gensoko Rahen. Gensokyo Rahen? No, not ramen. Ah, no. You silly Google bean. There we go. Where do I buy it? I already want to get it. I already want to get it. Okay, how... All the replies are in Chinese. Okay, how do I buy it? Where do I buy it? I want to buy it. Shopping. Okay, how do I get... No, I don't want Korean ginseng. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh, I don't want ginseng. Game. I would like to play it now, please. Thank you. Thank you. Where do I get it? Oh my gosh, I can't find it. It better be on Steam. I want it now. How do I get it, like, now? I don't want shop. F that. No, no, I don't want Doki Doki cosplay. What are these suggestions? No, go away. Alright, whatever. Well, we found something that looks cool, but I can't get it yet. Alright. I know, I went a little past my time. It's already 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna get going. If I ever find that game, I'll be sure to let you all know. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I hope you're able to work or study or draw or do something. And take heed my advice about, you know, if you're not feeling, you know, good about your art or something like that, definitely don't make any rash decisions. This stuff is going to happen. We've all been there, and it definitely gets better. You just got to get through that initial feeling of, you know, that intensity, you know. So definitely, you know, keep up the good work. You're going to be fine, and you're going to do okay. All right? So thanks, everyone, for coming out. I hope maybe we'll see you tomorrow. It'll be Traditional Art Day, so we'll have a little bit of fun with that. And, yeah, have a great day. Bye.